Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
People and the environment. People and the environment. This na program wey dey come up every Friday from 5 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. on Voices Online TV. You want to know wetin dey happen about climate change, weather forecast, and other environmental related issues dem. Join Cornelius Eku-Randall as he go talk to experts dem on environmental issue on Voices Online TV.
On Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
Welcome to Voices Online Environmental Program, People and Environment. People and Environment, a program where they reach you every Friday on Voices Online TV, Facebook, and YouTube channel. You can be part of the program where you can drop your message on 232 34 225 373, or you drop your message now with Facebook and YouTube channel. Me where they bring the program council now, and I'm Cornelius Eku-Randall. Inside the program today, we will can talk about the success and challenges them at the Ministry of Environment. And for can help we rub more on that topic today, I get inside the studio Lahai Parker, who are the communication officer at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. You could tell Family how do.
Family, on a good day.
All right, don't forget to say you listen to People and the Environment, where they reach you live from Voices Online Television and on our YouTube and Facebook page. You can drop your message in our comment box. We will read what you say and discuss them with the expert then inside the studio. Deforestation done the embark the work where Guma Valley they do, especially in the water catchment area. Inside this interview with Arnold Felix Elba, Dr. Peter Edward Lamine, the Public Relations Officer for Guma Valley, he talk more about this.
Deforestation one big enemy where they embarking the work with Guma they do. People know say Guma is a water utility company. We charge the responsibility for provide potable water to the residents of Western area. So deforestation, a way people go cut thick and burn bush, and for the young purposes. Some man can go cut thick for timber logging, some man can go burn coal, charcoal inside the forest, it's not for burn. Some man can go brush and build house inside the forest, we sign up for build, go brush and build house there. So that one they don't above we work because the dam or the water catchment areas that we suppose for give we plenty water for when we will process them and send it through with distribution channels them where we reach our customers them. We don't they find out say the water level we don't the less even before this rainy season, and that one day that be because of the deforestation that take place in the water catchment areas. Because the forest where they cut down, so the bush where they burn, the thick where they cut, then they help for give water to the dam, and then they help also help for protect the water catchment areas to make sure say the water sources and they able for yield plenty water so that we'll be able to use them for process and supply to the customers. So we don't see say the deforestation business done really serious in the western area, and people they do them with impunity to make sure say they go brush, grab land, and build house. So we don't fight with that over the years, and we don't also inform government about them, and government will take them very seriously. As I talk to you, a lot of things they happen.
So how much forest would all lost to deforestation, especially when we come to Usai Guma Zambi?
Yes, we get plenty areas in where we don't lose the forest. In fact, the main Guma Dam Usai is September 13. People don't encroach seriously within the green belt. Like there's a place called Biobari where people don't encroach in build houses there. In fact, Biobari they at the foot of the dam. We don't want to mean say the dam collapse tomorrow where they up all the people that will build done the dam there where a place called Biobari, they all will die, their houses and they all will be destroyed. So we don't make them know the dangers and of staying there. We don't make the NPAA, EPA, and the Environment and Climate Change Ministry for aware of that, and they don't take a lead in all of this. So we not only there, even number 2, Comfort Beach, and other places, even Charlotte here.
Okay. So how serious this be?
Very serious, very serious. That one they go undermine with very existence, and in fact, the seriousness of the deforestation make the president in 2022 himself get for move in delegation, high power delegation for go and see for himself. Instead, himself go number 13 day go look at the massive deforestation that take place there, the land grabbing that take place there, and the risk we go pose to water supply. So and because of that visit, the president therefore take a decision that for forming an ministerial committee for look into the causes of the deforestation, without them don't go build it and look at the paper then
So
and decide for take decision.
in all of this, how is human activity go bog the water supply, the flow of water, and whose risks it pose to people then?
It will expose the dam. It will make the forest way for keep the water, not able to keep the water. It will make the dam go lose water quickly because the evaporation will take place. We sand the dam, the water they evaporate and go elsewhere. And but if the forest the place go cold, the sand will be stopped, will overshadow the water. We will make the dam not lost water just like that. But if the people continue for burn the bush, cut the thick, and left the dam exposed or left water catchment areas exposed, we will lose water.
That's now Dr. Edward Peter Lamin, Public Relations Officer, Guma Valley, be the talk to William producer Arnold Felix Elba. Family, don't forget to say you listen and watch the program People and Environment, where they meet you live from Voices Online Television. You said can be part of the program where you could drop your message with Facebook or with YouTube channel questions section. We will answer any question that you send pertaining to waiting we will discuss. Like I say inside the program today, I get Lahai Parker, we are the communication officer at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. Lahai Parker, thank you and welcome to the program again.
My pleasure.
Okay, Lahai, briefly, just give people a background about the Ministry of Environment because the new ministry we don't form in 2019. A ministry we been there as a unit under the Ministry of Lands. Tell me a little bit what una they do.
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, you're right. The ministry be there as a division, not the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. So in 2019, when we get a new government, so His Excellency the President, Brigadier Julius Maada Bio decide for actually considers the division for let it be a stand-alone ministry. So from a division, it be actually become a standalone ministry in 2019. And one of the key, some of the key mandates them of the ministry, now for ensure say one, we supervise agency them, we then work relates to environment and climate change issues. Of course, like the Environmental Protection Agency, now one, the Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency, other institution again, we get the Nuclear Safety Radiation Authority, and of course we get the National Protected Area Authority and Conservation Trust Fund. Then we get a division will be added to the ministry where the former when be the forestry division will be the under Minister of Agriculture. So that's if become under the ministry as a now as a directorate under the Ministry of Environment. And so in 2019, 2020, 21, now be just an environment will be limited to. So by 2022, we'll get another portfolio will be added to the ministry when a climate change portfolio. We now since 2022 up to currently now we get the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. So we also they actually focus on protecting the environment and ensure that we strengthen climate change resilience. We also they partner with relevant institutions them and do not partner them. We also they seek for mobilized funds for how global actually protect the environment. So these are some of the key mandates of the ministry. We since they establish them, then also the ministry also then review some of the legislations them. Prior to the establishment of the ministry, we get laws them, different kind of acts them from EPA, Meteorological Agency, and NPA. So the ministry don't revise most of them legislation and they will don't get a new act. Of course, like the EPA, we get now the EPA Act of 2022. You know, we get and the Meteorological Act of 2022. So we don't work for ensure say we actually meet up to the mandate and how we work. They also how we work also they align with the national medium-term development goal of the government.
All right, you don't tell me small say we get about 5 agencies already under the ministry. You not think say it's a lot of work for the ministry now?
Yes, of course. I make the policy. We do look at more of the policy wing, right? So like in terms of the achievements what you mentioned into, we also don't ensure that we don't develop so many policies, few among others. We don't get we don't revise the environment policy. We don't get the climate change policy. We also don't try forget the nationally determined contribution document policy as well. Then quite recently we don't first industries alone don't get the national plastic waste management policy, whether they look at plastic issues, and this now some of the policies them. Then like of course on like under your units, whether the information units and the ministry, I don't develop the communication strategy when I had use for rollouts for popularize the activities of the ministry. So this in terms of development policies or strategy, that now one. Then also few achievements like just the pop-up of Somali. We don't actually roll out the tree planting project. We at the ministry in flagship project. We don't actually implement the first phase 1.2. Then the second phase we don't plant 1.8 total 2.8. We just don't launch the third phase when at the final or the completion of the 5 million trees. Despite where His Excellency the President don't announce for plant additional 10 million and during the 6th opening of Parliament. And also we also partner with international partners, of course, like UNDP, the EU. They ensure say we work towards we goal that we will achieve, and then Also, another achievement again, of course, one of the three the ministry be established newly, we successfully actually commemorate the Wangari Maathai Day, and also we get other commemoration that we will embark on, like the World Environment Day, we can follow on June 5th, and quite recently we will also celebrate the World Art Day, of course, and then we'll also they protect the national parks them, like for example, the Otamba Kilime National Park, the Gola Rainforest, of course, the Western area, Ikada the Western area, we the Western area Peninsula Park. So there are lots of gains we, if I so, I will continue for talk.
All right, let me talk about the tree planting. Let me talk about the third phase tree planting where I just roll out, then there's the thing Moyamba also. When I do that, they tell me more about that and tell me how it will impact the communities that we want to do and help we for protect the environment.
Well, first of all, the tree planting they look towards ecosystem restoration in all degraded areas across the country, and it's respectively large. Just go back like in 2020, His Excellency the President now actually officially launch say for plant trees. Yeah. So this project the target now 5 million trees, and now fully funded government project. So it key na the ministry hat, I make that the flagship project of the ministry. And we don't roll out the phase 1 and 2. So we did Moyamba, like you said, for launch. We'll launch the third phase of the tree planting project. When I mark the final phase of the 5 million trees, we'll go for the continue with the other phases when we want to get the needed resources for continue. So the essence of this particular tree planting project, one, now follow we ensure say community then take ownership of this project. A community driven approach. Now make we get what we call various committees that we call them as community forest based management committees. The essence of this, now for we involve the communities, they may take ownership of this project. The communities them now the more they can suffer the consequences of the environmental impact. They know the areas and we then degrade. Yeah. And one of the key challenging issues we the ministry can find out now this issue of this charcoal production. Most of the trees and they cut them indiscriminately for just actually do charcoal production way for them that we see now for sustaining livelihood. Yeah. So although other issues and they will lead to deforestation, but that is one of the key. So the objectives of this project now for ensure see them actually alleviate themselves from that cutting out of tree for charcoal production and see how they will sustain their life through the use for embrace this project. Now I make the tree planting project to the whole line in a way that we get economic crops.
Exactly, that's just what I actually say. If they do forestries and economic crops or just forestry?
Both forestries and economic trees. So like for example, we get cashew nuts, we get guava, we get orange, we get lemon. You know, so at the end of the day, the essence is when you plant a tree, instead of it take that forestry will take more than 10 years or so for they reach a maturation and age, it will take time. So once you get this economic trees you plant them, by some fruits and the trees and they by 10 and 6 years you don't make yield fruit. So you go actually utilize those fruits and they embark on the business for in short improve community livelihoods.
Exactly. That's what I want to ask. Say if the livelihood, because you tell the man not cut trees for charcoal production, waiting he go eat, say that they go and waiting at the alternative livelihood plans for them people then they because then economic trees and they go take time, like 2-3 years before it go begin pull fruits for sale. So meanwhile, whilst they do them tree planting, is there any alternative livelihood for them?
When this project commences, we ensure, say, first of all, we establish community forest management committees. We involve the traditional peoples, like the paramount chief, who are the key custodians of the lands, and other stakeholders as well. Like for Moyamba in Seneum village, we fall under the Kamaje chiefdom, the minister be ensure say then gets the chiefdom councils as well as the youth and other stakeholders we come together If I don't side, then they plant 30,000 seedlings and then they plant. Yeah, we more now the um, crops plants and before back on. Then this launching a cut across.
Okay, that's another question I have before I ask
Yes,
you.
not so that the symbolic one be done by the minister, Senon Kamaje Chiefdom, Moyamba District. Then also the deputy minister also, Honorable Mimi Soba Stevens, also go on your tongue, also do out the planting. Then we divide the directors and other heads of units at the ministry. We work with other partners then for do the planting in all chiefdom across the country. Like for example, now the northwest, Port Loko was a base.
Okay.
The north was Bombali, Makeni. Then of course the south now Moyamba. Then also the east was Kenema. So we do
How about Western area?
no, we're Western area this time around. Phase one and phase two be involved Western area. But like phase three, the ministry decided for we leave out Western area because if you look, we get other interventions of tree planting. Okay. Like for example, we get the UNDP Jeff funded project,
yes.
we then they intervene for help the ministry for ensure say then restore degraded areas and within the Western area Peninsula National Park. Yeah. So let me could leave out the Western area. So we focus more on now the provincial areas and the provinces, and we say more with the expect there are a lot of degraded areas where they impact local communities.
All right, look, I'm back to the livelihood. You still not clarify that livelihood support. Before the 3 years they grow, the next 3 to 4 years, for let people then get away from the forest and harvest them fruits there or then trees there where they grow. Is there any provision for livelihood support?
Yeah, provisions. One of the provisions are provide the economic crops, and two, like the people themselves. Now make we say this project for involve the communities. Not all thing ministry go do one go. Sometimes you need for the part of the process for let's say sacrifice for actually push the agenda or the motive or objective of waiting the ministry about. Yeah. So if you don't do like for example, say now one of the local communities where you come up for free town or you come up free town for work. Now the people let me stop for buy coal because and the people them this way the position of the best coal along the highway.
Yes.
But they make a sacrifice when they appoint them brother them Pekin as minister. Then he told the waiting the request of the minister for say, hey, me a minister of environment and climate change. You know it's an environmental issues. So if you do charcoal production, when the minister will go out the lobby for we get projects for restore with degraded areas, then the CCD they produce charcoal, even in community. Does that make sense? So now make you find out say the people that support them and sacrifice whatever they need do for let say them adhere to him or hit to him call for address the issue of charcoal body. Now you go say no, you need to see charcoal along the way again. So that's tell you that people are willing, people don't actually transform the mindset for ensure say, yes, and for the part of the process for ensure say we protect the environment and see how best to go impact them all.
All right, quickly, tell me what's now the monitoring mechanism for monitor the trees there because you say we plant about 5 million trees where the ministry don't roll out for all over the country. What's now the monitoring mechanism because some of we can collect, especially the CBOs there, community-based organization, and they collect them trees there, plant them, they tell the politicians or they tell the ministry staff that they are around there, and turn them back and say, damn, it's not the monitoring mechanism.
Well, I make first of all, when once, like the phase 1 and phase 2, you call them service providers. You couch the documents where you should see the register, signed by the council, because then they work with the local councils. Where you count that document, then you go forget a photo of you having a meeting with the community below. So you want plants. Where the permanent chief in your signature is key. Then you open an account. Now make it to the ministry directly they do with the money. When Ministry of Finance dispose the money, my accounts directly they go. That's the one way for serve as transparency and accountability. Exactly. Yeah. Then same ways for this community forest based management committee we form. Now, different stakeholders in each community. Coding documents we should see yes. They are well registered. Then before, then in fact, then there is a bidding stage. The procurement officer they go through the bidding process, forget the right supplier for supply the right seedlings, and actually vet the documents of within the popular they submit. And after which, when once they don't expense disburse the fund for the planting and supply the seedlings, the ministry now they go on monitoring. Monitoring for what access. For example, if you say not 10,000 seedlings for plant, how many you receive? How many you plant? If someday we go bad, which is that some of you identify the one we go bad, then they go actually for. You understand? So that monitoring they make you the now the committee, that put on that committee, the way go will have to take responsibility for ensure say they do the needful. Then also they also do some kind of capacity training for them. How for plants distance? You need just can plant someone one haphazardly. Yeah. No, you don't forget a precise distance at which where you dig the hole and actually do your planting. Then also train them how for maintain the trees. We don't only talk about planting trees, but how for maintain the trees.
Where the tracking process? When I not get the tracking, track the trees like where
no, for now, we get the forestry division. They try for roll out a project where they look at inventory for taking stock.
Okay.
Where that project they come, but that not be done they exist. You know, so that for support the ministry for ensure that we get the data on how many forests looking at the trees that we'll get, how many hectares of forest that we'll get, and not only maybe looking at the trees, but if you look at the other biodiversity themselves we get. Yeah, but that's the only pipeline, and we can comment soon. So, in fact, in terms of the monitoring you also talk about, not only the ministry normally, they do the monitoring. You get every minister of finance really disperse the money. They also then back on the monitoring because they say if they put the money say money, they put money there. So if the minister of finance also they disperse money to them committees there, they also want to know how value the project on the money when they disperse. Then also not forget say you get the parliamentary committee on environment and climate change. They also embark on monitoring because government money you need just use it like how you want. You need to be accountable. So the parliament they go to the areas and they say people say they don't plant and also back to the monitoring and make the reports. So that it tells you we know they only embark on this project for say one just because of for implement them for ordinary sake, but we ensure say the needful thing we're supposed to do winner for actually restore degraded areas and we will improve on the forest cover, get the potential for increase with biodiversity, we achieve them. So now we get different players every day embark on this independent monitoring for ensure say we achieve what we want to achieve under the tree planting project.
And also help we for make we get carbon trade because that's very, very, very important. Family listening to the program People and the Environment, where they reach you live from Voices Online Television on Facebook and on YouTube. Don't forget to say yourself to be part of the program. You can drop your comments in our comment section and we go answer any question we ask you and talk to the professional at the studio. We go Rob Motspan, topic we discuss. Inside the program today, we get Lai Packer, who are the information officer at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. It don't tell you about the impact, the success and challenges them where the ministry they make. And it also don't talk much about the tree planting, where they now roll out the third phase of the tree planting. Packer, will they continue the discussion? Now let's go quickly, let's talk about the town hall meeting where some time ago the minister will get. What will be the purpose of that meeting? Why he decide to do a town hall meeting?
We all know the Western Area Peninsula, a house precious assets them. When you look at the Guma Dam. The Guma Dam in they serve as a main source for water supply. And this precious asset is under the heart of the Minister of Environment and Climate Change, where they look at all possible ways and go the extra mile for protect that facility. Then two, we forest. We don't find out over the years Well, due to human population and activities, illegal activities when they meted out in that particular area, they people they cut down trees indiscriminately. We they see every night during the dry seasons. People they set fire, see the smoke, and we also get we natural species and we now we chimps them, yeah, right we house by the Takaguma sanctuary. So if you look at these dynamics, it tells you there's a need for protect. And if I not say most of the illegal activities have even prompted the president for visits that particular site under the Guma Dam. And so following that cue, the minister Nosidom, he gets an intelligence of course committee when they can meet for ensuring they do a robust monitoring. But the monitoring is very good, but it's not the only limited day. The awareness raising for kind of media, going to radio, talking at television, also not going to limited day. So the town meeting, the minister said, okay, now this time around, let me engage the stakeholders along this Western area peninsula. Now we can talk one-to-one. Waiting are some of the issues that we really make this kind of illegal activities, being encroachment, being deforestation, being charcoal production, being illegal mining activities with the happen there. Waiting at the issue them, when them begin account, now we talk one-to-one and find ways how we will address them. So now that will be the essence of that town meeting. Waiting be happen, the minister ensures they invite all the key tribal heads them along the Western area from York, you go to Hamilton, you go to Success, you go to number 2, you go to Bio, you name the communities and get them now at Talo. Talk to them. Tell them, say, that particular asset, now one of the green assets that we need to be protected. And we need for protection for future generation because you get a lot of ecosystem services that we provide. You look at water, you get so many catchment areas there. And most of them water and the way they come up from the water catchment. Most of them the Naing Guma they utilize for supply water. And look at the main source when at the Guma Dam itself. You look at the trees them. When you continue for cut trees, it affects the water, it affects the dam. Even with the chimps that we will get, yeah, they get challenged because if you continue for encourage for cut down trees, the chimps they're their house. We said they live, they don't dwell in place. It will impact them in terms of growing population. We said don't go there. And so some go even live for land and left the place. Go try for escape, for save them. And that particular area of that inside the Takaguma sanctuary, so the peninsula gets a whole lot where also they boost ecotourism. We see people and they come out, then they come for pay for watch, then chips and we get researchers them. Both national and international we go do research. So if we not protect this park, it will be detrimental. So now make the minister we get that town meetings. For that we create awareness to the people and the men see the need. And we also develop some key communication messages them, let the people understand. So if you actually cut stick, that this it will lead to. You understand? Also look at the sand mining activities along
just
precisely at
Laka, waiting may happen at Laka this year.
Laka, of course, exactly. You see how the storm surge, the illegal. Well, of course, they get a precise sign as a outside in the mine, the sand. But according to the local communities, and they claim say, if you use money to come out to go mine sand illegally in other areas, that we don't affect most of the structures and we they towards the sea, and that storm surge don't impact the building severely. We don't create, they create a lot of loss for people in that part of the community, and also they threaten the beautiful edifice of Laka. Now, we talk about Laka Beach. Laka Beach now don't become inundated by the water, by the storm surge.
In fact, Laka no get beach.
Even the grave don't also part of the grave don't go. So this tells you that if we not actually embrace the clarion call of the president of the government, or the passion where the Ministry of Environment gets for protecting the environment, it will affect you all. So now I make with the ensure say not only for your boss, I mean for enforce the law robustly, but now we see how best we get our civic face, engage people, talk to them, make them understand, and see how best we all go get that concerted effort for protecting the environment.
All right, before we go to the enforcement of the law, waiting at some of the things that will come out from that meeting. We had the people genuine enough say the problems or talk waiting at the history maybe they do certain things the way we as environmentalists they take and say not correct.
Well, some of the issues that then they seek the face of government. Government they pay attention to the number one. Then two, they like for Ministry of Lands, so man they say overnight you can't get this place, but we look at them and get authentic documents from Ministry of Lands. So I go will justify that. These are one of the issues. Then, of course, I mentioned the cabbage. We youth man them on identify youth man they go on a net. Mine sand can go we actually they reduce the sand and it make sure it get negative effect on which the storm should affect structures the way we don't see almost like the graveyard don't almost gone and building them actually they collapse. Yeah. And also even some of the the community heads them acquisition the points that also the connive for sell land. Yeah. And other issues that sustainable livelihood much not dey. Because if you look, most of them they're responsible for do charcoal production. So some people they say they needed facility not dey for actually sustain. I mean, we they look at alternatives. Yeah, and also some man just merely say no more if you know see say a grab land hook by cook for a build place, you know go stand Africa. So this issue of land grabbing again are some of the issues them. So it get both positive and negative issues of it come out. Yeah. Then some man know who understand say if you go cut tree, you know, it go impacts other facilities within the park. Yeah. So all the issues and they come up. So but the essence or the objective of that meeting, the follow get the views them. See how best we go actually look into the views and they address most of the key one the way we go for address.
And especially in a face-to-face meeting
Of
with
course.
the minister and other,
And the stakeholders,
other environmental agencies that
Agencies
will
that
support. Now the
Yeah.
question that I was, if other supervising agencies then will be part,
Yeah, of course.
especially like the NPAA, the EPA, the ministry, or even the ministry
In
of
fact,
Lands, because they are key.
not only the ministry agencies that be there, including other ministries, the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs will also be there. We get National Disaster Management Agency.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have stroke, NDMA, the champion arm. Although we get World Directorate, we also the partner with National Disaster Management. We get the Director of Environmental Emergencies as well. Yeah. So we get the minister be accompanying on that day with other, not only the supervising agency, but other government institutions as well. Other ministry, them, even Minister of Tourism. Yeah. So the media for and ensure they also help for listening to what the stakeholders, the community people they say, and how best they self will intervene for solve some of them problems or the challenges.
I know very well say Boku accusation points at the Ministry of Lands for them land and the land grab.
Well, I'm not going to talk much on the Ministry of Lands. I just lament on some of the issues we raise up. We raise up during the town meetings. I'm not going to talk much.
Okay, not to do that because they're not in the studio now for defend themselves, but we will try. People and the environment will try to get them on this program for let them tell you because so many accusations they on them, so many accusations they even on the game guards from the National Protected Area Authority. But that one we don't talk over and over. Say we will get them a studio here, let them can explain some of the reasons they will make then they accuse them for anything and the way they talk about. When you listen to the program People and the Environment, where they reach you live from Voices Online Television, on YouTube and on Facebook. Don't forget to say yourself can drop your comments. Now comment section, we will discuss waiting you ask me once irrelevant so waiting with the talk. I get inside the studio like Ipaka, information minister, the information officer. See like I want to make you minister one time. Something come in event cast their shadows. The information officer will tell you about the ministry in work. Better one. Now let we go. Now we continue discussion. Let me look at the rainy season, the impact of the rainy season. This rainy season we don't come. So far so good. We don't get plenty water. We don't come down. We all the see. We all the worker inside Freetown, outside Freetown, and see some of the problems that really happen with the water. Where we know say at deforestation because that. What do you get for about that?
Well, first of all, to start with, if you look at within Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency, be the forecast on the weather forecast with regards to the the rain
The
pattern.
rain pattern, yes.
Yes. Then tell you say this year is longer for recorded high rain. Yeah. And that tells you that climate change is real. And this for the past 2 years, nobody experienced much rain. Intensity, that kind intensity, intensifying as compared to this year. Yeah. And that all boils down to wait till we say the climate change effect. Yeah. People experience this kind rain pattern we experience. So. Then also, I believe say one contributing factor is like waiting previously they happen at the Western Area Peninsula, like drastically reduced. Yeah. Now don't they plant trees them for long period when they just a cut stick, then a cut stick. Now if you look, we don't get projects now. We don't really step in for intervene for. Let we say we restore side on side on the cut down stick. So if you look at all other institutions, they play pivotal role for ensuring we protect this Western Area Peninsula. They play a vital role for ensuring say yes, we record the we experience to experience so positively in terms of the again coming one. Yeah. But when you look at the disaster where you mentioned, certain responsibility lies in the hands of the people themselves. Not only not all government will actually
exactly.
do.
Not everything government will do. Exactly.
If government should not build certain side, not build it. Government should not cut stick open, not cut stick. Government should not do stone mining, and not do stone mining. Yeah. Just to quite recently look at what happened. The last intensifying we happened, we see a whole building collapse. Yeah. And not only that building, about 2-3 buildings will collapse.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because people you go build sell side waterway.
And the government no need for can tell you need for no say that area.
So I just say
not for building.
Yeah, I just justify my point what they say. Certain responsibilities, not all thing lies on the hands of the government, but it also lies on the part of the people themselves for taking their own responsibilities. But at the end of the day, when something happen, everybody they shout say government. But sometimes, let me we your role for create this awareness. Talk to people them, sensitize them. So for letting you know what they do is bad. So that when disaster struck, you're not going to become a victim. So now if you look at all the heightened of rain where upon the flash flood, where upon you find out the ministry actually be present, go to the areas and they create necessary awareness so that when subsequent rain will come in that intensified manner, they will not go experience what we experience.
All right, family, listen and watch the program People and Environment, where they reach you live from Voices Online Television, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Paka, we can take a short break, and after the break, we can delve into this plastic business. You begin to talk about plastic, but we will take a short break. After the break, then we will continue and look at the plastic business where you don't begin to talk about. Family, you not forget to say yourself can send you message. Drop your message in our comment section. We will read them and we will talk about what you ask me, and you self be part of the program. We will take a short break. After the break, we will come back. That's all.
People and the environment. People and the environment. This na program where they come up every Friday from 5 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. on Voices Online TV. You want to know wetin dey happen about climate change, weather forecast, and other environmental related issues them. Join Cornelius Ekurandol as he will talk to experts them on environmental issue on Voices Online TV.
On Voices Online TV. Voices.
Your trusted information hub.
Welcome back to the program People and Environment, where they reach you live from Voices Online Television, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Inside the program today, we'll get Lai Packard, the information officer of Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. We don't talk plenty today. We don't tell you some of the successes them and some of the challenges them. We also don't rub much about the rainy season and the impact. We don't rub much about the significance of the town hall meeting. Now we can't talk about this the sectorial meeting with stakeholders on the formation on plastic bins.
Thank you. Plastic issue naturally don't become private civil all over this country. You go to market, streets, our beaches, then they see plastics. So the ministry be actually considering the need for we heed to the clarion call by the United Nations Environment Program. We call on the world for take actions. So Sierra Leone we go do our studies in Rwanda. We know say Rwanda na a country na a role model for on plastic free pollution actually. We go there and go look at how they start, how many years it takes them for succeed, which are the success stories. So based on that, we look for fund and with support from World Bank through ProBlue, then decide for support the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change for get a policy. That's gonna be the first step. So we will go around all over this country, we invite different stakeholders, the private sectors, the one the way they do with plastics, with the other plastic in salon for Cowtown, the one the way they do business in water, the water companies where they produce different sachets companies water, invest on different sachets companies of water, and even the beverage companies like the Mega. We also look at the waste collectors and look at other government institutions that will also key on these plastics, like Minister of Water Resources, Minister of Fisheries, including at tourism as well, and local government also. So we get different players or stakeholders that we invite, including the civil society activists, civil society organizations, national NGOs, both local and national NGOs. We go all over this country. In short, we develop this policy. 2023, cabinet approve them. And of course, you know, say we don't get a policy, the acts they emanate from the policy.
Exactly.
So we're currently now for develop this act, but it's a stage, it's a process. So on waiting will be do through the national consultants who we get. We work with the directors of environmental quality control and management. Administer questionnaires in all the 5 regions: the northwest, the north, the south, the east, and western area, including western area, for fill them questionnaires in there. And waiting this questionnaire they look at now which kind of institution for be critical in actually handling this plastic issue, and which kind of support we the private sector forget for ensuring them control this plastic pollution. Which kind of plastics actually we talk about? So we say plastic. Which kind of plastics?
Exactly, that's the question.
Yeah, just give a synopsis of the questionnaire.
What's in the plastic?
Yes.
What you mean by plastic?
And yes, and also which will be some of the laws them, how they want the laws and for look like, in terms of enforcement of the law, and how for which kind of partners they will forget, like the banking sector, which I don't key role for play, you know, and which institution for be the key institution away for actually control this plastic, and looking at how needful it be for we get a secretariat. If we get a secretariat, how the board for they like, would they order for constitute that board? So I just give synopsis of the questionnaire. So there be filling questionnaires in there. So based on the outcome of that questionnaire, we decide for engage back stakeholders for present to them that this and this and this and this the people they say. Yeah. So we get key committees where they work together for put these documents together. One are the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. We go World Bank itself. We get EPA. Yeah, they'll get the Law Officers Department. Because the masters people for draft the bill.
Law, yeah.
The bill. Yes, of course the bill. So this bill is staged. After we don't get the outcome of all these presentations, we don't begin get. So there comes in now the sectorial meeting for present to them this questionnaire will then be administered. So we don't complete the stakeholders, general stakeholders that will involve the water companies, the plastic collectors or producers. Now we get to look at different category. The other category we get meeting with, now the banking sector. The banking sector is how best they will give soft loan of single digit to somebody, for example. We want to work out machine them, whether from China or Japan or elsewhere. Work out them equipment and they, as long as they can produce something with the alternate to plastic. For they get that leverage, the opportunity for contribute towards reducing plastic pollution. So if you count your equipment them outside, if the tax is big, then charge you exorbitant. You go pay like one, maybe not free, duty waiver. You could get duty waiver as one of the recent economic laws that we passed in Parliament. Yeah, for ensure say anybody will contribute for plastics, it will be zero free, tax free.
Tax free. Okay.
Yes, you understand. So if you count your equipment them now if you get that fee duty waiver, you count your equipment. As long as justification will choose and that's what they can do. Then two, if I go to the bank for go take soft loan, maybe single digit loan. So people who go access for go take loan, for come actually embark on a business system where they contribute towards reducing plastics. So we get a meeting with the banking sector. Yeah. Then quite recently, we engage the schools. The schools are one environment where you look at a lot of school picking them. They utilize plastics and also they contribute to plastic pollution. They contribute to plastic pollution. So how we go and ensure say we engage in schools here, we get nature clubs for contribute to the call of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change in addressing plastic pollution. One, then they apply. When they apply, they should say one, you're willing for the part of the process. And when they get a committee, it includes the teachers and the parents. Them. If you parents they give picking money for buy water, make sure you buy for water bottle. Because if you get water bottle with your own water, you're not going to go buy plastic every day. So you don't use plastic. Then two, when you go to school, if not twice in a day or in a week, cleaning exercise on plastics. That make them get them big bag. They want to go give them. We make them get a trash can. We differentiate plastic from other environmental waste. So that way, when you do that, you will also contribute for reduce plastic in your school. So we therefore look at how best to go work out different players then for ensuring that we work towards achieving this. Then not also forget a whole session for the parliamentarians as well. Yeah, on this plastic. So the objective is when once for let them get a pre-knowledge on the whole idea of this plastic issue, not for just ban one thing. And for no say.
And that's what I want just
yes.
say.
Yeah.
Even the banks who you talk say
that
ministry they go to, then say they use plastic.
Yes, of course.
Even the parliament they use plastic bottles.
Yes. And that brings me to
so
maybe like if in case you want to ask this question.
Okay.
Which kind of plastic skill would you look at? We get the single-use plastic.
Exactly. Now that's exactly what I will ask you. The single-use plastic. Now that's our law discussion.
So let's just discuss on
one thing. Go ahead.
So this single-use plastic, now plastic one, when you go to the supermarket, when you buy whatever item, that plastic will they give you, carrier bag. Then sachets come in here, where you produce different variety of water, where you drink to one street. Even some of them beverages, where you buy, where you drink, you take the empty, it's where. So now this is the most troublesome plastics where the ministry focus on at a starter for actually gradually phase out. Yeah. So now these are the kind of plastics because when you talk about the season, one of the contributing factors towards the flooding we will get to plastics. When you look at the drainage system, most of them sachet plastics, then beverage plastics there, then carrier bag plastic there, and then clog, then waterways that we make the water overflow, lead to this flooding we experience.
All right, Fambolu, you listen to People and the Environment, where they get you live from Voices Online Television on Facebook and on YouTube. You self can be part of the program, or you can drop your message. Just drop your message, we will continue for read and ask the question the way you don't ask. I get inside the studio like Hypercar, I don't tell you small bits about plastic.
So now finish, the plastic issue. So now, the stage after we don't get a session for the parliamentarians, we get for now submit tender the bill after the law officers department go down draft this document based on the outcome of necessary meeting. Every the people and see them validate them. We get this bill, we then now submit another parliament. For the parliament debate them and then ratify them. When once they ratify them, just request along the boast of having the first policy on plastics also go for boost for having the first act on plastics.
plastic.
We'll get that act, go tap there after Parliament or ratify. We'll go for what we call popularization. Go back to the people and tell them say, now this, now the law we don't get on plastics.
All right, now it's sweet for talk, fine for talk, but all with you to explain so involve money. It involve money. Who side this money get for commot, but take all them phases and steps here with the explain so.
So we don't get currently as I talk to you, all the funding to come out from World Bank. World Bank not ready for support the government of Salon for them ensure say we get this plastic act.
All right, a good World Bank will tell you thank you if really we support that project, and we look forward to the ministry for push that project there for start ASAP. Now we continue quickly because we're not going to attempt at the program again. Then we talk small about the challenges there where the ministry don't get because a new ministry, regardless they be done there as a unit.
Yeah, regulatively.
But challenges then go most day where the ministry don't start from 2019 to now.
The ministry is understaffed. As I talk to you now, we just don't get the financial concurrence for the Ministry of Finance. Approve we recruitment State House, we don't get the clearance. We don't get the clearance from State House. And now, Ministry of Finance, with the financial concurrence, at any time from now, Public Service Commission will do the adverts for recruits because the ministry is understaffed. We get few directors, yeah, that's now one. Then also mobility is a challenge. Of course, the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, for me, now a field ministry. The ministry need for it at the field at all the time. Monitoring waiting there happen outside the field. Do enforcement, law enforcement on areas where they feel safe, feel threatened. So you find out the ministry is really a field ministry. So we need mobility for ensure so we do work effectively. And of course, we talk about the ministry, also the agency that also involved. Yeah. Then of course we also look at how, for now, how best to go with CCA we get inventory of all we forest stock them we protect, yeah, and you talk about the national parks them. They will get to community forest where the forest division also they look at for protect, yeah. So we want to see how best to go we get a data. Data now is another challenge, yeah. We want to see how we get a data on the kind of forest them, and the kind of stick they will get. How we go value some of the stick there. We talk about timber trading, yeah, and looking at with carbon stock we also get. So data is also another key, yeah. But we also try to get intervention from partners, yeah. We try to help the ministry follow we actually get the data. So these are some of the key
challenges that we not only get. All right, before we round up the program, the relationship or the supervisory role we want to play with the agencies then, how strong is that?
Yeah, of course, that one is that put another way is stronger because the reason being every month the minister they get inter-agency meeting. We require all heads for update the ministers on current programs or activities, pending programs or activities, ongoing programs and activities, everything that the challenge towards them programs or activities or projects the way they get on the various agencies.
Yeah. Okay, a quick one. The agencies that were under the ministries, the big problem where most of them they get are subvention. Government subvention not they come in time, not they come in time, not they come enough.
That brings me to the challenges we have to also forget. Allocation. Allocation is another challenges again we the ministry they experience from Ministry of Finance. Allocation can very, very, very be challenging. That's a make with the most of the activities they're working once for implement. We cannot get a meeting, don't discuss, everybody don't present in your work plan, and cost time. But sometimes even when allocation can come, which you don't cost, maybe not just a meager amount. It's just small amount you go get for that you implement. So how we go implement effectively we not get the needed fund for the implement. So allocation is another challenge. So then if it's a few mention for agency, they must also happen at the ministry.
I know say go must happen at the agency, at the ministry. All right, Parker, waiting at the last one we go on for left to farm them. As we don't explain, we don't talk about deforestation, we don't talk about the tree planting, we don't talk about all the good and bad things the way they happen around the ministry. What you want for left to farm them they watch me?
Well, I want for left with family on this key word, environment and life, that we protect them. Because if we fail for protect them, instead we fail for protect we. So the reason being, we cut one stick, plant 5. If I don't want to mention cut stick, just continue for plant stick. The Western area peninsula, we are within Africa, and the most precious assets for we. Let we not encroach there, let we not do charcoal production there, let we not cut stick, let we not disturb with water catchment, because the dam water there and the supply water for we. So let we protect them. If the government say not to wait in the street, not to wait in the street. Plastic, where you drink your water or whatever beverages, that plastic container, not to be on the street. Find designated trash can outside you put them and make sure say you give them out. Responsible people we will collect them, we do recycling processes of them plastic waste in there. So at the end of the day, we will save the environment. So please, climate change is here. They experience an unexpected heat wave, due to the weather pattern. We see how this year we experience heightened of rain will lead to flooding, will affect so many lives and properties. So please, environment and life, let we protect the environment. If we fail for protecting the environment, definitely it will fail for protecting you.
Thank you very much, Indemna Laipaka, the Information and Communication Officer at the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. Thank you very much for joining me inside.
It's my pleasure.
Humble, the program we will listen to and watch now, People and the Environment, we reach you live on Voices Online Television, on Facebook and on YouTube. Plenty thank you to my operator that will make you get the program live, and plenty thank you to my producer, Arnold Felix Elba. Special thank you to the executive producer, Fatima Sise. And me will bring the program to now, Saturday next week Friday, and then Cornelius Ekurando. Thank you and tata.
People and the environment. People and the environment. This na program will come up every Friday from 5 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. on Voices Online TV. You want to know wetin dey happen about climate change, weather forecast, and other environmental related issues them. Join Cornelius Ekurandol as he will talk to experts them on environmental issue on Voices Online TV.
On Voices Online TV. Voices.
Your trusted information hub.